Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by InTheMoneyStocks. Today is January 27, 2016. My name is Nick Santiago. Thank you all for tuning in. All right, as we got the S&P 500 E-mini chart up, you'll see that the futures are trading lower by 5.5 points this morning to 1890.5 per contract. They were much lower earlier. They were down about 9-10 points earlier, but they have come off the lows. But nonetheless, they are still trading lower. Yesterday we did have a pretty solid trading day for the most part, but today we are seeing a little bit of a retreat. I'm not sure how much movement we're going to get in the S&P today with the Federal Reserve announcement looming. That will be at 2 p.m. So again, it's going to be pretty important to see what the Fed says, what their comments are. I happen to think they're going to have dovish comments, and they're going to say, hey, we may be one and done. We're going to be data dependent. Same old story as they've been preaching for years. But nonetheless, markets being under pressure the way they have been over the last few weeks, you really doubt that the Fed is going to come out with any hawkish type statement. I think dovish tone is where they will be. All right, let's look at some stocks in the news today. So we have the futures right here trading lower, by 5.5 points or so. But all in all, let's take a look at where we are seeing the major stocks. I'm going to start off with Apple today. Apple reported earnings yesterday after the closing bell. Stock right now is trading at 97.05. I will have gap levels for Apple today in the intraday stock chat room. So again, if you want to come trade this alongside of us, take that 7-day free trial. Gap levels will be posted up at 9 a.m. Next thing I'm going to look at today is going to be UTX, which is United Technologies. This stock is also all over the map. Was trading as low as 84. Now it's all the way back to 85.35. So again, keep this one on the radar today. By some chance, and this is a long shot, if the stock does trade down to around the $80 area, there should be fairly good support there. I'm not sure that will happen with the bounce you're getting now. But either way, and if it does trade up to 95, you're going to have big resistance there. So keep that on the radar. We'll see how it plays out. But another big Dow component there. Let's take a look at Biogen, BIIB. And what you're going to see here is that stock is gapping up nicely. Closed at $259.87. It is now trading at 273.10. So pretty nice move. There is some resistance around the 280 level. So keep that in mind, and we'll see if it can trade its way up there. If it gets through there, it may have more upside to go. But right now, that is what I'm seeing. There's also huge resistance around 299 to 300. So again, big stock, Biogen, big biotech, and right now having a good session ahead of the opening bell. Let's take a look at Boeing today. Boeing is trading decently lower. I'm going to try to have some gap levels here posted for Boeing today, but it looks like the only level I'm seeing that is in play is around the 109 and a quarter level. So I may not be much we could do with Boeing at this stage of the game. But this is a stock that we will trade intraday generally. So again, if you want to come trade this with us, take that 7-day free trial. You'll see everything that we're doing. We're having a blockbuster 2016 so far. Next up on my list here is VMware, and this is going to be a gap play as well. VMware getting hit a little bit. Stock right now is trading at 46.01, closed at 49.28. So we're going to be watching this one pretty closely. I do have a gap level for it, and hopefully it gets there, and we will trade it a little bit later after the opening bell rings. So again, VMware will be a gap play today, and that one is trading decently lower. Let's take a look at Tupperware. This is a little bit of a lighter volume name, meaning rarely does it trade 1 million shares a day. Generally trades under 1 million shares. So you got to be careful when you're trading stocks like this. But right now, the stock is trading at 45.50. It closed at 51.48 yesterday, so it is getting hit hard to the downside. One level I'm seeing, if you're aggressive, would be around 43.80, 43.75. Again, it's a much harder trade because this is a lighter volume equity, meaning it doesn't trade 1 million shares a day. Those equities come with higher risk, so you want to take that into consideration going forward. But nonetheless, we'll watch this one closely once the opening bell rings. Let's take a look at AT&T this morning. Stock is trading at 34.57, closed at 35.40. So again, AT&T pulling back a little bit. I don't see much upside here for AT&T. Regardless, if it pulls back to 33.50, I would probably look for some intraday support there. Also, I really like the 31.63 level. If you could get the stock around that area, I do think that would be a very good scalp play. So keep that on the radar today, 31.63 for AT&T. Now, there are a lot of other stocks out here with earnings. There are a lot of other stocks making moves on the chart. So, again, it should be an action-packed day whenever you have earnings like this. Plus, you have a little bit of a down tape. Futures right now are down $3.75. So we'll see how that all plays out. Couple of other things I want to go over. First off the bat, we do have crude oil down about 66 cents today. So that's trading around $30.79. If you take a look at the U.S. dollar index, that's down about 25 cents. So crude is really struggling here today. You also have gold down $1.90. Gold could be a big mover after the Fed announcement. So if the Fed is very dovish in their statement, expect gold to move higher. The gold pattern on the chart right now is still very, very strong. So gold could take off and be a beneficiary of some comments, dovish comments by the Fed. Now, if dovish comments are made, generally that will be bearish for the dollar, and that a bearish dollar is good for oil as well. So a lot of different correlations could happen. That Fed announcement will take place at 2 p.m. this afternoon, so just be aware of that. Right around 2 o'clock, we will have the Fed announcement. So it should be a pretty interesting day, to say the least. And we'll see where it goes in these wild markets. But either way, there are trades to be had every single morning. And that's the beauty of being a day trader. All right, with that being said, everybody, I'm going to leave it here short and sweet. I want to wish you all a great trading day. And we will see you on the charts.